If we wish to preserve the Constitution in which we have sought to enshrine the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity, we must do everything possible to defend it from the forces which seek to subvert it.
संविधान केवल वकील का दस्तावेज नहीं है, यह जीवन का वाहन है और इसकी भावना ही युग की भावना है. I am तमन्ना पासी.
And I am Tanishka God.
Good morning, everyone. To commence the event, we would like to express immense gratitude to the great visionary, founder of Modi University, late Shri R.P. Modi sir, who firmly believed in the holistic development and progress of young ladies. We express our warm welcome to Chairman Must Management Council, to Chairman Must Shri Raghavendra Modi ji, Chairman Must Management Council, Professor Dr. Jitendra Binwal, Registrar, GM Administration, Dean School of Law, Professor Dr. Komal Aditya, and Deans of all schools, Principal Modi School, Principal SEFS, all faculty members, and our lovely audience.
We welcome you to the Constitution Day celebration at Modi University of Science and Technology. Today, as we come together to celebrate Samvidhan Divas, we honor a momentous occasion in Indian history, the adoption of the Constitution of India on 26 November 1949.
This day is not just a date on the calendar. It is a reminder of vision, dedication, and foresight of the members of the Constituent Assembly who drafted this remarkable document.
Led by the illustrious Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the drafting committee worked tirelessly for nearly 3 years, debating and deliberating to create a constitution that reflects the hopes and aspirations of the people of India.
Did you know that Constitution Day, the Samvidhan Divas, was officially declared in 2015 by the Government of India? Yes, it was done to commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, a tribute to his unparalleled contribution as the principal architect of our Constitution.
Now, we request our esteemed Chief Guest, Chairman Must Management Council and Dean School of Law, to approach the dais.
To honor the spirit of unity and togetherness and to praise the values of our institute, let us commence the University Kulgeet.
शील विनय आदर्श श्रेष्ठता तारे बिना झंकार नहीं है। शील विनय आदर्श श्रेष्ठता तारे बिना झंकार नहीं है। शिक्षा क्या स्वर साध सकेगी यदि नैतिक आधार नहीं है। यदि नैतिक आधार नहीं है। कीर्ति कौमुदी की गरिमा में संस्कृति का सम्मान न भूले। वसुधा का कल्याण न भूले। निर्माणों के पावन युग में आविष्कारों की कृतियों में यदि मानव का प्यार नहीं है। आविष्कारों की कृतियों में यदि मानव का प्यार नहीं है। सृजनहीन विज्ञान व्यर्थ है। प्राणी का उपकार नहीं है। प्राणी का उपकार नहीं है। मौलिकता के उत्थानों में जीवन का उत्थान न भूले। वसुधा का कल्याण न भूले। निर्माणों के पावन युग में हम चरित्र निर्माण न भूले। स्वार्थ साधना की आंधी में वसुधा का कल्याण न भूले। निर्माणों के पावन युग में निर्माणों के पावन युग में निर्माणों के पावन युग में।
Thank you. To grace the occasion, we have with us a distinguished legal luminary. It is a profound privilege to welcome Justice Jainendra Kumar Ranka, an eminent jurist, respected senior advocate of the Supreme Court, and a former judge of the Rajasthan High Court. With an illustrious career that began as a leading advocate, Justice Ranka has demonstrated unparalleled expertise in the fields of direct and indirect taxation, corporate law, and litigation, representing public sector undertakings, banks, and various prestigious institutions before the Honorable Supreme Court and the Rajasthan High Court. His elevation to the judiciary culminated in his remarkable tenure as a judge of the Rajasthan High Court, from which he retired on 2nd August 2017.
Justice Ranka hails from a family deeply rooted in the legal profession. Following in the footsteps of his father, senior advocate Sri N.M. Ranka, his contribution to the legal fraternity extends beyond the courtroom, as he has served as Secretary General of the All India Federation of Tax Practitioners, President of the Tax Consultants Association in Jaipur, and held memberships in esteemed organizations such as the Supreme Court Bar Association of India, and the Indian Law Institute.
Apart from his legal acumen, Justice Ranka is a passionate advocate for education and social welfare. He has served as a trustee and managing committee member for numerous organizations, including the Sri S. S. Jain Subodh Siksha Samiti, Prayas Foundation, Gunjan Foundation, and Maharaja Savai Man Singh Vidyalaya, among others. His efforts in these capacities have left a lasting impact on education, healthcare, and social upliftment.
A widely traveled and learned individual, Justice Ranka has represented India at international conferences and seminars in countries like Japan, China, Australia, and Europe, and has been instrumental in organizing national events such as the 9th SARC Law International Conference and the National Tax Conferences. His contributions have been recognized with numerous accolades, including the Vocational Excellence Award by Rotary International and the Outstanding Chapter President Award of Indian JCs.
Justice Ranka's remarkable journey, marked by professional excellence, judicial wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to society, serves as an inspiration to all. We are privileged to have him grace this occasion and share his invaluable insights with us today. We request the audience to give our esteemed guest a huge round of applause.
Thank you. We request Chairman Sir, Must Management Council and Dean Ma'am to felicitate our esteemed dignitaries with a token of our gratitude.
Thank you. To formally inaugurate today's celebration, we invite Dean SOL to deliver the welcome address and share their thoughts on the significance of Constitution Day.
Very good morning to everyone. On behalf of Chairman, Modi University, Shri Raghavendra Modi ji, on behalf of School of Law, I, Professor Komal Audich, Dean, welcome the chief guest of today's program, Honorable Justice J.K. Ranka sir, former Judge of Rajasthan High Court, Professor Jitendra Benwal, Chairman, Must Management Council, dear faculty members and students. At the outset, I convey my heartfelt gratitude to J.K. Ranka sir because he has taken out time from his busy schedule to visit us. So thank you so much, sir, for coming over. And shortly he will be addressing all the students. Today is a very special occasion. It's the celebration of Constitution Day. It's the celebration of the spirit of democracy and justice. Constitution Day, also known as Samvidhan Divas, is celebrated in India on November 26th each year. It's just not the celebration only, it is to commemorate the adoption of the Constitution of India. So we are going to reflect today on the importance of the Constitution. As we know, it's a comprehensive document that defines the structures, the powers, and the duties of the government and guarantees individual rights, freedoms, thereby laying the foundation for just and equitable society. After India was it got independence from British colonial rule on August 15, 1947, the need for permanent constitution arose. The country initially governed itself through the Indian Independence Act only, 1947, which granted the independence, but left the legal structure unprepared for long-term governance. So it was in 1946 only when the formation of Constituent Assembly took place, consisting of elected representatives from various provinces and princely states, tasked with drafting a new constitution for independent India. As we know, the chairman, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar of that drafting committee, often referred to as the principal architect of the Indian Constitution. The assembly worked under his leadership, and it took almost 3 years of deliberations, debates, and revisions to finalize the document. And the drafting was inspired by various global examples, but tailored to India's unique circumstances, blending democratic principles with the provisions for social justice, secularism, and the protection of minorities. So it was on November 26, 1949, the Constituent Assembly adopted the final version of the Indian Constitution. And as we all are here from law, the domain of law, so we all know that the document contained in the beginning 395 articles, 8 schedules, laying the principle, laying the framework for a federal republic with a parliamentary system of government. But this was the adoption of Constitution, and it came into effect on 26 January 1950, a day celebrated as Republic Day. But it was on November 26, 2015, the government of India officially declared November 26 as Constitution Day, Samvidhan Divas, to celebrate the adoption of Indian Constitution. It was not just the declaration of that day, it was also an effort to raise the awareness about the Constitution among the public, particularly in schools and educational institutions. It is a day meant to honor the Constitution and reflect on its fundamental values such as justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. While India's Constitution, as we know, has served a robust framework for democratic governance, the country faces challenges in ensuring its ideals which are fully realized in practice or not. There are concerns regarding the protection of rights, the effectiveness of justice system, the implementation of laws. So today we are going to address these issues also and fostering a deeper commitment to constitutional values. In contemporary India, the celebration of Constitution Day holds immense significance for various reasons. I will be exploring few of them in context of today's India. First, we have to ponder on certain issues, that is reaffirming democratic values. This Constitution Day reminds us of that. The democracy, the justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity, the values deeply embedded in this Constitution. But in a rapidly changing society, where divisions are based on religion, caste, gender, and region are still prevalent. Reinforcing these values is essential to maintaining national unity and social cohesion. While much focus is on citizens' rights, this day also emphasizes the importance of fundamental duties. As we know, these rights and duties are the foundation of any democratic society, ensuring that the student, as law students, you are well aware of your rights and duties under the Constitution, but here we ensure that the citizens not only enjoy their freedoms, but also contribute to the collective good. It is essential for these citizens, especially the youth, to understand their rights, such as the right to freedom of speech, the right to equality, as well as the duties, such as promoting harmony and respecting diversity. In today's digital age, where misinformation spreads rapidly, it is crucial to reinforce the principles of Constitution to ensure the democratic values which are protected and safeguarding the justice, equality, and liberty. It is also a reminder of the continuous need to address social inequalities, be it related to caste, gender, or economic status, which the Constitution sought to address through affirmative measures like reservation and equal protection under the law. The rule of law, the bedrock of any democracy, Constitution Day serves as a reminder that India is governed by laws and not by any arbitrary power. This day emphasizes the importance of legal systems that protect citizens' rights and ensure that the justice is served. In contemporary India, where there may be instances of corruption, human rights violations, or misuse of power, celebrating Constitution Day underscores the need for accountability, transparency, and adherence to the principle of justice. India's Constitution is a document that ensures the unity of a diverse country. The Preamble's call for fraternity stresses the need to build national harmony and solidarity despite regional, cultural, linguistic, and regional differences. In today's context, where identity politics and sectarian tensions sometimes threaten social fabric, celebrating Constitution Day can help reinforce the ideals of pluralism and unity in diversity. It reminds citizens of the strength that lies in a collective progress and mutual respect. This day is also an opportunity to educate people, especially young generations, about the importance of the Constitution and their role as informed citizens. While the Constitution provides a framework for governance, it is up to citizens to participate actively in the democratic process, whether by voting, emerging in any public discourse, holding the government accountable. Knowledge of the Constitution empowers citizens to understand the working of the state and demand better governance. So next time when we have elections, don't take a day off. It is not for any picnic or going somewhere, for entertainment. We must vote. That is how this Constitution Day is reminder of the duties which we owe to this country. Since its adoption in 1950, the Indian Constitution, as we know, have been amended several times. The latest being the 106th Amendment, that is reflecting the change in the society, needs of the society, and Constitution Day serves as a moment to reflect on these amendments, evaluate their impact, and assess how well the Constitution is serving its purpose in addressing the present needs. This day encourages discussions on necessary reforms that could further strengthen India's democratic fabric, such as the protection of privacy, ensuring gender justice, and enhancing environmental protection. Constitution Day is also a day to critically engage with the Constitution, acknowledge that while it is a progressive and visionary document, challenges remain, ensuring its full implementation. Contemporary issues such as protection of human rights, ensuring economic justice, tackling environmental degradation, and addressing the growing wealth gap all need to be discussed in the light of Constitution's ideals. This day acts as a platform to open a dialogue on these issues, encouraging constructive debates and how to resolve them, and while staying true to Constitution's principles. So what issues we have now, where we see that whether the fundamental principles enshrined in the Constitution are being fully upheld in practice or not. First, I would take the term constitutional morality, refers to ethical and moral commitments that must be upheld for a constitution to function as intended. But there has been, as we see, a gradual erosion of these principles in today's India. I just mentioned rule of law, but the Constitution, which envisions a system where all individuals, regardless of their position, are subject to the law, there are concerns now about selective enforcement of laws, often influenced by political consideration. The Constitution declares India to be a secular state, where all religions should be treated equally, yet we see that there is religious polarization, and it is increasingly evident in political and public life, with laws and policies favoring one religion over another. The Constitution provides an independent judiciary, which is crucial for upholding citizens' rights and, of course, rule of law. However, what we are seeing in recent years, there has been increasing tension between the executive branch and the judiciary, with accusations of political interference in judicial appointments and decisions. There are several challenges to fundamental rights. The fundamental rights enshrined Part 3 of the Constitution, as we know, are central to the promise of equality, liberty, and justice. However, there have been many instances where these rights have been questioned or undermined. There have been growing concerns about the curtailment of free speech, freedom of press in India, freedom of assembly, the right to protest, which all are guaranteed under the Constitution and has often been limited or violently suppressed. Religious and social discrimination there are increasing instances of this kind of discrimination. as we see that the Constitution of India provides a strong framework for democratic governance, but these concerns regarding the weakening of this democratic constitution, institutions, is a point to be given a thought. We have election commission. Again, we raised potentially undermining sometimes the credibility of the electoral process nowadays. Freedom press, I just mentioned, it has been again, some of the journalists, they feel that there has been certain kind of intimidation. Another issue is judicial overreach, where courts are seen stepping into areas traditionally reserved for executive and legislature. So legislature sometimes act in ways that are seen to undermine the judiciary's independence. There are certain corruption and governance issues. So people but who claim that the constitution has lost its value in contemporary India, this question is debatable. While it is true that the constitutional principles are facing challenges in practice, but the constitution remains the bedrock of India's democracy, providing a framework for redress and reform. Efforts to address these challenges through judicial review, public activism, and political discourse continue to shape the evolving nature of India's democracy. So today, as we have gathered here to celebrate the Constitution Day, to strengthen the India's democratic fabric and the values which bind India's diverse society, I will request everyone to stand and take a pledge of allegiance to the preamble. So I will just you just have to repeat after me. You are going to take a pledge, so take your right arm. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, the 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful words.
With this pledge, we reaffirm our dedication to democracy and the principles that define our great nation.
Now, we request Chairman Sir to enlighten us with his words of wisdom.
Namaskar. Good morning to all of you. On the behalf of our young and dynamic Honorable Chairman Sir, Sri Raghavendra Modi Sir, and entire Modi University family, I, Professor Dr. Jiten Binwal, welcome to Justice, Honorable Justice Raka Sir, and I also welcome to all of you on this auspicious occasion, that is the Constitution Day, celebration of Constitution Day, or we can say Samvidhan Divas. If we know about the Constitution as a student or as a human being or as a faculty member, if we can understand the preamble and directives of the Constitution, then we think what is the objective behind for celebrating this Constitution Day. We just took the place on the behalf of this day, and all the sense, all the, we can say, attributes are in its preamble. If we can understand the preamble as a student of law or as a faculty of law, then this understanding will be beneficial for the development of this country, development of this universe. What I understood through this preamble, if we say this preamble means Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that's why this constitution is appreciated by across the globe. Now, how to inculcate the essence of this preamble and directives of the Constitution, that is the most important question. How to inculcate all these attributes in a true sense? If we are able to inculcate this preamble in a true sense, then we will be or we would be supernation or developed country in a real sense with the notion of the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Then this journey is start from the campus of the Modi University of Science and Technology. That is this is the first step. If I am a student of School of Law or I am a law student, it's my duty. We are talking about the fundamental rights, we are talking about the fundamentals, duties and others. It's my duty. I must study my curriculum in a right way. I must study each and every aspects regarding the law, because in the next step you will be deliver your responsibility, your duties for the nation, for the society. And again, it is our responsibility as a teacher to teach our students all the aspects of the law, irrespective of anything. This is the first step to start to inculcate the essence of the directives and preamble of the Constitution. Constitution is nothing just like the collection of articles, rules and regulation, and we can say schedules. All these are the directives. And this will be start from me, from you. In a real sense, we have to inculcate the essence of all the directives of its preamble. Just try to understand the preamble. You can think, you can explore a lot of thrust areas where you can give your contribution as a judge or as a practitioner in a law field. So it is a great responsibility as a law student, great responsibility as a law faculty as far as this Constitution Day is concerned. So it's my request, just try to understand and inculcate, imbibe all the sense of this preamble. If you are able to do this, then you are celebrating in a true sense regarding the Constitution Day. So it's my humble request, please study your curriculum in a right way And this is your fundamental right. If any teacher is not teaching in a proper way, then you can say, please teach these topics to us, because this is your golden time. If you are not study, then you cannot achieve the second step. This is the first step. When you achieve the second step, then you can go for the third step. Then in the future, you will be a good lawyer, you will be a good judge, and so on. So this Constitution Day, for celebrating this, so wish you all the best, congratulations, and do your best with the sense, with the directives of this preamble. This is nothing but, this is the approach towards how to achieve the holistic development of this entire country and globe, with the theme of the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. In a real sense, not theoretical. Implementation is very necessary. And this first step is start from us, from School of Law, from Modi University of Science and Technology. That's why this university is known through its quality education. It is mentioned in our vision and mission. If we follow any single step regarding this, then this will be the outcome of celebrating this 75 occasion of Constitution Day, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your wise and inspiring words. We would like to invite our esteemed Chief Guest, Honorable Justice J.K. Ranka, on the stage to address the audience on the theme Significance of Fundamental Duties in the Constitution of India.
Thank you, beta. So nice. Good morning, namaskar. That is, a response was required. A very warm welcome to you all, especially my daughters here, who are future lawyers, who would be future eminent judges, and the future of our wonderful nation, our Bharat. Respected Professor Jitendra Minwalji, the chairman of this esteemed university, most respected Professor Komal Adityaji, the wonderful, dynamic, vibrant Dean of the School of Law of this university, to whom I know for last several years. Her dynamism has been proved with being her in so many institutions and where they have excelled like anything, and I'm sure this university would also be greatly benefited with her august presence and her experience and whatnot. So many research papers on her side in diverse subjects and so many vast experience she has. I'm happy and delighted to be with you all this afternoon on this wonderful, auspicious Constitution Day, Law Day, or it's not only for we all students of law. I am a student of law, you are also a student of law, but for every citizen of India. Constitution, as has been said by Madam in a very elaborate manner, we are bound by the Constitution. Whether a President of India or Prime Minister of India or a commoner like me and you, everyone is bound by the Constitution. So, we have to do in accordance with law, whatever we do in accordance with what the mandate of the Constitution says, and we cannot infringe the Constitution in any manner. Well, as you all know, and has been conveyed by the Master of Ceremonies also and Madam, that this is now 75th year when we are celebrating this Constitution Day, and throughout the country it is being celebrated in one form or the other, and we are certainly proud that this Constitution which we have, which took almost 3 years and so many thousands of man hours gone into drafting or framing of this Constitution, beautifully drafted, is one of the finest Constitution in the world. Maybe we had to take clue from different constitutions, and it was required also because so many countries were doing so wonderful. So we need to have adopted those things also in our constitution, so that the country progresses in a fast pace. Well, there are so many important articles which hits a common man or a general public also. Article 14, equality before law. Article 15, prohibition of discrimination. Article 19, most important, freedom of speech and expression. I can notice a few my daughters with band here, liberty, democracy, and justice. It's looking so wonderful, wonderful. Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. These are very important articles, and in almost all constitutional bench judgments, or otherwise also by the Supreme Court or the High Court, you will find that these articles find place in even a short judgment, or of course long judgments they do find, but even a short judgment you will find mention of these articles, because this is the way pleadings are drafted by the advocates, and so do judges also interpret in their own way, but in accordance with the constitutional spirit. Article 32, right to constitutional remedies. Article 51, fundamental duties, which I will dwell in detail a little bit later. Article 368, amendment procedure. So directive principles of state policies is there. Socio-economic justice, Article 36 to 37. Protection of environment and culture, 38 to 41. Organization of agriculture and animal husbandry, 40-41. These are very important. It may come into your help whenever you are or would be in short span of time come into the mainstream as a lawyer, or even otherwise as a judge of the courts. Protection of women and children, Article 42, 43, very important. Promotion of international peace and security, Article 51. Well, there are so many wonderful articles which touch upon all the human beings and how it is required to be interpreted in the manner which helps a commoner or even a person with better placed. It is not difficult to surmise that what builds the nation is its constitution. Constitution determines the dimensions of the nation It is not always highways, skyscrapers, nor the river, banks or financial institutions, nor even 6G or 7G towers which would shape the nation. But it is the Constitution. Constitution is the invisible skeleton around which the civilized nation is built. Constitution is the ground norm and mother of all laws. The preamble of the Constitution gives the nation a sense of direction and security, if not effective assurance. Over the last few years, the nation has witnessed rendering of invaluable decisions by the Honorable Supreme Court, yes, certainly shaking up the whole mechanism as well. The term basic structure, basic feature employed by Mr. Justice Khanna in Keshwanand Bharti is indeed an adapted version of what Chief Justice A.R. Cornelius of Pakistan High Court had said while rendering his judgment. It is stated by Justice Cornelius as follows: in the guise of interpreting the provisions of Constitution, let us not change its basic features. This was improved by Justice Mudholkar in his formative judgment rendered by him. Justice Khanna improved the same further by stating that amendment to the Constitution shall not destroy or take away the basic features, structures of the Constitution. There are several matters of issues of larger public interest pending and undecided by the Supreme Court, while certain petitions have been favored with unusual extensions of facility of hearing them in the middle of the night. It is for this reason that Mr. Fali Nariman has styled and named in one of his books saying Supreme Court not infallible. Theory of checks and balances and separation of powers between the judiciary and the executive has suffered more than what nation could withstand. A commoner or a poor person will always look towards judiciary as a first resource for his grievance or for whatever he has lost or otherwise. Because there are ministers don't listen, officers don't listen, but the ministers or the executive, they have to listen once a judgment is rendered by a court, whether it's a lowest court or a high court or a Supreme Court. High court judgment, as you all know, is binding on the state where it is pronounced, and Supreme Court judgment is certainly law of the land, law of our country, and everyone is bound by the whatever has been rendered by the Honorable Supreme Court. Now coming to the fundamental duties which I personally feel, and it's very close to me, while everyone claims about his or her rights, but one forgets what are the duties towards your colleague, your society, your state, your country and others. So one has to go together. If you claim a right, duty is equally important for you and any commoner or a layman also, or a highest person sitting on a dais or having constitutional authority as well. Gandhiji, father of the nation, said, the true source of right is duty. If we all discharge our duties diligently, rights will not be far to seek. He believed that rights are present in duties in an embryonic form, and that performing duties automatically gives rise to rights. Duties, kartavya, are an ancient concept encompassed in the Eastern jurisprudence as an aspect of human behavior known as dharma. The concept of duties has its origin in the Vedas too, and they are in the form of religious commands. Epics like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana and Mahabharata also enshrines duty as a part of one's dharma. But when the Constitution was originally promulgated, the framers of the Constitution did not deem it appropriate to incorporate duties in the text of the Constitution, but later on the recommendation of Swarn Singh Committee, the fundamental duties were introduced in our Part 4A by 42nd Amendment and 86th Amendment respectively. The inclusion of fundamental duties has brought our Constitution in line with Article 29(1) of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the same is also inspired by Article 59 of 1977 Soviet Constitution and other constitutions of the other worlds. Declaration and concepts. Fundamental duties plays an important role in India and seek to achieve set parameters of progress which cannot be achieved without citizens performing their duties. A responsible citizen is one who performs his social, moral, ethical obligations and his duty towards state and fellow citizen. Fundamental duties are the guiding principle for we citizens to perform their duties and we responsible towards the state. In plethora of judgments given by the apex court, the court held that though these duties are not themselves enforceable and justiciable in courts, still these duties cannot be read in isolation. In the case of Javed versus State of Haryana and in the famous Minerva Mills case versus Union of India, the apex court recognized the proposition that fundamental rights have to be read with fundamental duties and the directive principles of state policy. There are various legislations which give teeth to fundamental duties, like the Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act, the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955, the Representation of Peoples Act 1951, the Environment Protection Act 1986, etc. All these provide for specifications, penalties and punishments and acts as stringent regulations. If we go through the fundamental duties enshrined under Article 51A, we shall get to know that we as the citizen of India are bound by the Constitution, its ideals, institutions, national flag, national anthem. We must protect the sovereignty, unity, diversity and integrity of our motherland. We should promote harmony, common brotherhood to protect our national heritage, national environment, public properties. We must at all times defend our country, national culture, develop scientific endeavor, provide for opportunity to children, women and others. In a significant decision of AIMS Student Union versus AIMS 2001 Supreme Court, the Honorable Apex Court observed that Article 51A does not expressly cast any fundamental duty on the state. The duty of every citizen of India is the collective duty of the state. It has rightly been said by one of the Prime Minister, the moral value of fundamental duties would not be smoother rights, but to establish a democratic balance by making people conscious of their duties equally as they are conscious of their rights. In a recent judgment of Madras High Court, Justice N. Seshaya, in the light of fundamental duties, observed that the constitutional rights find its pair in the constitutional duties or responsibilities, and he who is conscious of his constitutionally guaranteed rights and demands it should also be prepared to perform the constitutional duties that goes with it together. It is crucial of the appropriate enforcement authorities that the duties that they should be known to all. You as torchbearers of the Constitution should guide the people that these are the duties or the rights available to you. A large percentage of the population of this country is uneducated, illiterate even after 75 years of independence, are uninformed about their duties to the larger community and nation. All places of employment, including homes, universities, and the workplaces of the government officials and employees, should serve as centers for teaching and learning fundamental duties. The non-enforceability and justiciability should not let to weaken the significance of the fundamental duties as defined under the Constitution, and should not ignore it is like a dead letter or a chapter in the book. It would not be out of place to quote, every right is married to a duty. Every freedom owes a corresponding responsibility. Having said that, I would like to summarize what could be your duties towards each other, the state and others, that one has to safeguard promoting national unity and integrity. These are vital, and if you had correctly gone through even the Kulgeet, I could gather that many things which has been stated in the Kulgeet of this esteemed university says, वसुधा का उद्धार करें. और जहाँ भी कई बार वर्ड्स आए हैं, चरित्र का निर्माण न भूलें. बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बातें हैं इस कुलगीत में. I could visualize that many of the teachers and faculties and some of the students were also saying the words which were being said in the Kulgeet, and I would be obliged if I passed over the text of this Kulgeet by Madam or Chairman Sir, that I would be benefited of what has been said in the Kulgeet in entirety, because what I feel उसमें बहुत कुछ सार गीता का भी है, और जो कुछ हम आज फेस कर रहे हैं in our day-to-day life, if we follow in letter and in spirit your Kulgeet itself, we would really be enriched by the words of wisdom said in the Kulgeet. Fostering a sense of responsibility and discipline. Discipline is the hallmark of every person. Dedication, devotion, discipline. It is how one goes ahead in life, and that is what I would like to say. You as a student need to work hard, need to put in lot many hours of studies, not only studies also, but extracurricular activities also, like debates, moot court competition, quiz competitions and all, which is going to take place a little later. And everyone should involve. Each student should be given a chance to say about a judgment, give them a topic, give them a judgment that of a Supreme Court, which is within the last 2 years. Important judgments of Supreme Court are there. You will be really benefited if 4 students are given that you marshal out the facts, 4 students are given that you marshal out the law, and then let them speak against the 50 odd students on the other side. Give chance to everyone, like rotation wise, that some judgments are taken by some students, some judgments are taken by other students, and that would really improve not only their debating skills, but also their command on the subject also. That is what my suggestion to my daughters would be on this constitutional day. Safeguard public interest. It is a prime duty of every Bharatiya that we safeguard the public interest of all the properties or whatever the nation has created for us. This Mother Earth has given to us. This Vasudha has given to us. We cannot destroy the things which have been created by the Mother Earth, by the nation. Our nation is also our mother. So we need to follow in letter and spirit what my motherland has given to me. as my own mother has given to me. Promote respect for the Constitution and national symbols. We need to safeguard our national symbols, our national flag, our national anthem. We need to bow down before the national flag. It cannot be seen to be fallen anywhere, and we need to respect and command wherever the national anthem is. We need to stand up and salute the national anthem and also all national flags, which one should be knowing in due course of time. Encourage environmental consciousness. Very important in today's world, as you may be reading in Delhi and elsewhere, and even now surrounding Rajasthan, we are facing so much smog that in Delhi it's difficult to have darshan of भगवान सूर्य. हम तो fortunate हैं कि हमको अभी दर्शन हो रहे हैं. But maybe, of course, you are in such a place where it will never be, because such a large campus you have, such beautiful atmosphere, environment you have, but other places are really getting debarred by this way. But what I can suggest, it's a huge campus. Maybe you have already adopted tree plantation, but what my suggestion could be that each student plants 5 trees when they enter the university in the first year of their entrance, that they are given 5 plants to be, trees to be placed at an appropriate place where they can put their name, and a tree card can be provided, or tree card may not be provided because it's a campus where it is fully secured. And then let those 5 plants, trees, be nurtured by those students, and they will feel very happy that this plant which I have, which tree which I have placed in the mud is my own baby, my own creation, and I would see to nurture that in the time 5 years I am here, it grows like anything, and let after 5 years other students, other people who would be coming in later years would be benefited of that tree, which will grow like a great banyan tree or a neem tree or a mango tree or otherwise. So that should be taken up. That's my endeavor and request to the Madam Dean, that let it be part of your extracurricular activity to guide the students to move in this manner and ahead. Foster a scientific temper and humanism. Humanism is, one should be behaving in a proper manner with each individual, whether a commoner or a layman or otherwise, or a high person. We should not feel that a person who is a 4th class or otherwise, or a sweeper, is treated indifferently than what the other students or a person otherwise well placed. Every person is important. No caste, color or creed should come in between, and certainly while being students it should never come, because I also, while being a student in school or college, we never used to worry कि ये कहाँ से है क्या नहीं है. We used to just feel कि ये मेरा दोस्त है, ये मेरी friend है, और ये I can share anything with them irrespective of their caste, color or creed. Support fundamental rights, which everyone you have know that what are our rights, and rights of every person in the country. As I have said that every person is important, whether a sweeper or a class 4 or any other person going in a village or otherwise. Promote the welfare of the people, respecting the value of social justice, equality and harmony, which you have already heard a lot about. Encouraging patriotism and nationalism, love for our country and pride in its democratic ethos. Very important. As has been said, we should be proud of our motherland. We are Bharatiyas, we are Indians, and we should feel that yes, we are doing wonders and we have grown like anything, and we would do wonders collectively, unitedly, and do wonders for our motherland. Encouraging education and social progress, that is being taken care of by the wonderful management of this university, that you are being given quality education, and you will certainly in times to come, in next couple of few years, would be entering the profession or otherwise become good judges. And I wish each one of you, having said all this, that as conveyed to you earlier, 3 Ds I have given to you. There are 3 E's also very important: ethics, education and excellence. Education you are already getting, but ethics is very important for any person to rise in life, whether it's a professional or a businessman or otherwise. Ethics is ultimate. Integrity has to be best hallmark of a person. Excellence, yes, I should give the best. I should be excellent. These 3 Ds and E's will change the whole style of a person, a lawyer or a professional or otherwise. Well, we have already taken pledge of the preamble, and I am fortunate that Madam reminded us to take a pledge which should be learnt by our heart, because it goes to shake our hearts itself. If we imbibe each word of the Constitution preamble, we will be certainly benefited in our future lives. Well, after having said all this, a few words to my future generation, that you have chosen a very right decision to be doing law. But we were discussing, Madam, that while everyone, especially girl students or women, they are all out for going for judicial services. Well, but that is very good, because the trend has also changed, that 2/3 selectees are women or girl students who are becoming judges at the lowest level. But equally important is that we need good women lawyers also, who would take up litigation as their main force, because even after so many years, we do not find good, eminent lady lawyers. And that is most important, that few of you would take up litigation as your main subject, main field, rather than going or running towards a judicial service or a corporate law. Because as a lawyer, I have been a lawyer from last 40 years. Whatever I could do for a poor person who came to me for his grievance or redress, I did my best to support him, to feel what his plight, what his in mind, क्या दुख भरा लेके आया मेरे पास और मैंने उसकी कुछ मदद की. I could express before the honorable courts that this is the plight of this poor person and this is being supported by article such and such, and this is in accordance with law what he is claiming or demanding. And that satisfaction was ultimate when I could convey to the honorable court, irrespective of win or losing, it doesn't make a difference to a lawyer, but at least to the best of my ability or capability, I would convey to the honorable court that this is what is the law which supports this poor man, and then please decide in accordance with law that he gets his due right. And that ultimate satisfaction would be your best friend, what I can say. जितना satisfaction आपको मिलेगा after arguing a case before an honorable court with perfect practice, rather preparation on facts as well as law, and that carries ahead in life. While a civil judge becomes, maybe some of you may be lucky that after 35 years of service you may get a chance to become a judge of the High Court, but majority of 90% they don't reach, even they become ADJs or district judges. But the other way is, like me, I was a practicing lawyer in the High Court. Whatever I could excel, it was accepted by the honorable judges, and I was elevated to the High Court. And I'm just mentioning, you made me knowing that there is a quota also, that 2/3 advocates are elevated to become High Court judges. So after a practice of 10-15 years, you become eligible and you come in the mainstream to be eligible to be elevated as a High Court judge. But in the judiciary side, when civil judge and all, only 1/3 are being selected or elevated to become High Court judge. And the ultimate aim of a lawyer or a student like you should be to reach the ultimate pinnacle of success, to become a High Court judge and ultimately a Supreme Court judge. That is what Guru Mantra I can give to you on this Constitution Day, which you should take in heart, that you have to work hard, become a litigating lawyer. Of course, as a corporate lawyer, you will get good amount of money, but that does not satisfy one's needs. Satisfaction is when you give justice to the person who has come to you, उसको जिता के जो खुशी उसको मिलेगी, आपको उससे ज़्यादा खुशी मिलेगी कि मैंने इसको न्याय दिलवाया है. That should be the ultimate main motto of a student, especially in law, that they should take up litigation as a main field, and that satisfaction carries everything. The blessings which the poor person gives you makes you rise like anything. And certainly as a judicial officer, you are also imparting judicial services by giving divine duties both ways, for and against, and you are also sitting in the pedestal of a God, that you are doing justice for the person who has come to you on after filing a case. With these words, thank you very much, Madam Komal ji, because it is my initiative which I took a chance. She conveyed to me about 2 months or 1.5 months back, sir, what is your schedule on this today? I conveyed, I cannot say because I had lot of traveling going on, some pleasure trip to US, then Malaysia, day after I am going to Nagaland. So I was really not sure whether I would be able to come. Suddenly a program came scheduled, and then I just casually messaged to her, Madam, कुछ 26 को आप कुछ सोच रही थी कुछ करने का, तो can I take a chance to be with my dear daughters here? So initially she said something is going on, but she'll get back to me. And last week she said, no sir, we have finalized and you come. So that is my being with you, rather than Madam or Chairman Sahib requesting me. I have taken my own initiative, and I wanted to be with my daughters this morning. Because with Madam Komal I can because I can treat her as a friend, as a guide, because we have been working in close tandem when she was in Manipal also, or other universities also, or JNU also, because we have a close rapport with her, and I can equally take chance with her ki I feel homely with her. So thank you very much, and it's really my own way of learning that whenever I get a chance to say something, I indeed learn a lot of things. क्योंकि मुझे भी जब कुछ कहना है तो कुछ ना कुछ तो पढ़ना था, और बहुत ज़रूरी भी था. I gone into so many material despite of my so many travel, but certainly I am benefited, and I'm sure all the students would do wonders in their future endeavor, and the faculties, wonderful faculties, will certainly guide them to be a good citizen, a good lawyer, a good person for the nation, and all of you are proud citizens, all of you are asset to my motherland. God bless you, rise and shine. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. We request the student volunteers to escort the dignitaries to their respective seats.
कविता रूह की आवाज़ है जो दिल की गहराइयों से निकलती है और जीवन की सच्चाई को बयां करती है. अब आपको अपने शब्दों से मंत्रमुग्ध करने आ रही हैं विजय लक्ष्मी अपनी स्वरचित कविता ये कैसी आज़ादी है के साथ.
नमस्कार, मैं विजय लक्ष्मी मिश्रा आज आप सभी के समक्ष कुछ पंक्तियां प्रस्तुत करती हूँ जो कि ये दर्शाता है कि दुनिया में हर चीज़ की कुछ अपनी खूबियाँ होती हैं तो कुछ खामियाँ भी होती हैं। बिल्कुल उसी प्रकार हमारा भारत देश आज़ाद तो है, बहुत तरक्की कर ली है, कहने को हमारे पास बहुत सारे मौलिक अधिकार भी हैं, लेकिन आज भी हमारे देश में बहुत सारी कुरीतियाँ विराजमान हैं। तो चलिए आइए इसे कुछ पंक्तियों के माध्यम से देखते हैं। ये कैसी आज़ादी है जहां हर तरफ बर्बादी है। ये कैसी आज़ादी है जहां हर तरफ बर्बादी है। आज भी जगह जगह दंगे फसाद, तो कहीं लूटपाट, तो कहीं छुआछूत की बीमारी है। आज भी जगह जगह दंगे फसाद, तो कहीं लूटपाट, तो कहीं छुआछूत की बीमारी है। और ये कैसी आज़ादी है जहां हर तरफ बर्बादी है। ये कैसी आज़ादी है जहां हर तरफ बर्बादी है। धर्म के नाम पर आज भी जगह जगह नफरत ही नफरत है, तो कहीं दहशत के अंगारे हैं। धर्म के नाम पर आज भी जगह जगह नफरत ही नफरत है, तो कहीं दहशत के अंगारे हैं। क्या नेता, क्या वर्दी वाले जब सब इसके भागीदारी हैं, क्या नेता, क्या वर्दी वाले जब सब इसके भागीदारी हैं, तो फिर ये कैसी आज़ादी है जहां हर तरफ बर्बादी है। ये कैसी आज़ादी है जहां हर तरफ बर्बादी है। यहाँ तो नींद की हालत में एक महिला डॉक्टर दर्दनाक मौत के घाट उतार दी जाती है। जब नींद की हालत में एक महिला डॉक्टर दर्दनाक मौत के घाट उतार दी जाती है, तो फिर यहाँ कैसे समानता के अधिकार की दावेदारी है। तो फिर यहाँ कैसे समानता के अधिकार की दावेदारी है, और यहाँ तो हर तरफ बर्बादी है। तो फिर ये कैसी आज़ादी है। यहाँ तो हर तरफ बर्बादी है, तो फिर कैसी आज़ादी है। चलो, अब अधिकार होने के नाते हम महिलाएं भी पढ़ लिख तो लेंगी, पर हमें तो सिर्फ इतना बता दो कि बसों में, ट्रेनों में और यहाँ तक कि जहाँ हम काम करती हैं वहाँ हमारी सुरक्षा अब किसकी जिम्मेदारी है। और यहाँ तो हर तरफ बर्बादी है, तो फिर ये कैसी आज़ादी है। यहाँ तो हर तरफ बर्बादी है, तो फिर ये कैसी आज़ादी है। जैसा कि अभी अभी मैंने बोला कि हर चीज़ की कुछ अपनी खूबियाँ होती हैं तो कुछ खामियाँ भी होती हैं। बिल्कुल उसी प्रकार हमारे देश की सबसे बड़ी खूबी है हमारी स्वतंत्र न्यायपालिका, हमारा कानून, हमारा लोकतंत्र और हमारा संविधान। ये विधि का विधान है कि इस भारत में सर्वोपरि संविधान है। ये विधि का विधान है कि इस भारत में सर्वोपरि संविधान है। जो थे कभी दुबले कुचले आज वो भी बलवान हैं। जो थे कभी दुबले कुचले आज वो भी बलवान हैं। और ये विधि का विधान है कि यहाँ सर्वोपरि संविधान है। ये विधि का विधान है कि यहाँ सर्वोपरि संविधान है। झाड़ू, डंडा और मटके को छोड़कर आज कलम बनी पहचान है। झाड़ू, डंडा और मटके को छोड़कर आज कलम बनी पहचान है। और ये विधि का विधान है कि यहाँ सर्वोपरि संविधान है। ये विधि का विधान है कि यहाँ सर्वोपरि संविधान है। नौकरी, स्वास्थ्य और शिक्षा पर हक मिला सबको समान है। नौकरी, स्वास्थ्य और शिक्षा पर हक मिला सबको समान है। और ये विधि का विधान है कि इस भारत में सर्वोपरि संविधान है। ये विधि का विधान है कि इस भारत में सर्वोपरि संविधान है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
What a heartfelt rendition. Your words truly struck a chord and reminded us of the beauty of emotions expressed through poetry. We request the student escorts to please guide sir. We shall continue with the event. Now we hand over the mic to Miss Ashmita and Miss Parinita to take forward the celebration.
A quiz is not a test of intelligence, but a measure of preparation.
I, Ashmita Dhadij,
And I, Parinita Jain,
are here to take you forward towards the most exciting part of the event, the quiz competition.
the quiz is not just about winning. It's about expanding our horizons, challenging ourselves, and celebrating the joy of knowledge.
Rather than just winning, quiz competition builds confidence and self-esteem, offering participants a sense of accomplishment and recognition.
We're about to embark on a journey of knowledge, excitement, and fun. So buckle up and get ready to put your thinking caps on.
We now request the participants to please take their seats on the stage.
Hello. Hello. We are testing the mic.
The teams are
Team Equality,
Team Democracy,
Team Justice,
Team Fraternity.
and Team Liberty.
The quiz master for today is Miss Isha Singla.
The rules and guidelines for the quiz are:
We will have one team from each year, and each team will consist of 3 participants. The quiz will be conducted in 2 rounds. First round will be MCQ round, and the second round will be the rapid fire round.
the rules for the first round are: each team will be asked 5 questions in this round. Teams will have 30 seconds to answer each question. Every correct answer carries 5 marks. Every incorrect answer will result in deduction of 2 marks.
If a question is passed to the next team and they answer it correctly, they will receive 2 marks. No negative marks will be given for an incorrect answer in such cases. If a team fails to answer the question within 30 seconds or answers incorrectly, the question will be automatically passed to the next team. At the end of round 1, the 2 lowest scoring teams will be eliminated. The remaining 3 teams will proceed to round 2.
Now, we hand over the mic to the quiz master to take you through the journey filled with curiosity and knowledge.
Since all of you are now well equipped with the rules, let us start with round 1. Question number 1 for Team Justice is: who is considered the ultimate source of authority in the Indian Constitution as stated in the Preamble? Option A, the Parliament. Option B, the President. Option C, the people of India. Option D, the Supreme Court.
Option C, the people of India.
The answer is correct. Question number 2 for Team Liberty is: under which article can a person move directly to the High Court for the enforcement of fundamental rights? Option A, Article 32. Option B, Article 226. Option C, Article 30. Option D, Article 228.
Option B, Article 226.
The answer is correct. Question number 3 for Team Democracy is: which article states that the state shall provide free and compulsory education for children up to 14 years of age. Option A, Article 41. Option B, Article 42. Option C, Article 45. Option D, Article 46.
Option B, Article 42.
The answer is incorrect. The question is now passed to the next team, Team Equality. Your time starts now.
Option D, Article 46.
The answer is incorrect. The question is dropped. Question number 4 for Team Equality is the fundamental duties were added to the Constitution by which amendment? Option A, 40th Amendment. Option B, 42nd Amendment. Option C, 44th Amendment. Option D, 45th Amendment.
42nd Amendment.
The answer is correct. Question number 5 for Team Fraternity is: which article of the Constitution establishes the Supreme Court? Option A, Article 121. Option B, Article 124. Option C, Article 127. Option D, Article 129.
Option B, Article 124.
The answer is correct. Question number 6 for Team Justice is: what does the 73rd Constitutional Amendment deal with? Option A, Panchayati Raj institutions. Option B, urban local bodies. Option C, reservation for women in parliament. Option D, abolition of privy purses.
Option A, Panchayati Raj institutions.
The answer is correct. Question number 7 for Team Liberty is: which article empowers the President to declare a national emergency? Option A, Article 352. Option B, Article 356. Option C, Article 360. Option D, Article 368.
Option A, Article 352.
The answer is correct. Question number 8 for Team Democracy is: who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court? Option A, the Prime Minister. Option B, the President. Option C, the Chief Justice of India. Option D, the Parliament.
Option B, President.
The answer is correct. Question number 9 for Team Equality is: which of the following is an essential feature of constitutionalism? Option A, supremacy of the Constitution. Option B, absolute powers of the executive. Option C, dictatorial governance. Option D, unrestricted sovereignty.
Option A, supremacy of the Constitution.
The answer is correct. Question number 10 for Team Fraternity is: what is a primary distinction between constitutionalism and absolutism? Option A, constitutionalism limits power through laws. Absolutism concentrates power in one entity. Option B, absolutism requires a written constitution. Constitutionalism does not. Option C, constitutionalism excludes fundamental rights. Absolutism ensures them. Option D, there is no difference between constitutionalism and absolutism.
Option A.
The answer is correct. Question number 11 for Team Justice is, which part of the Indian Constitution reflects the idea of constitutionalism by restricting government powers? Option A, fundamental duties. Option B, fundamental rights. Option C, directive principles of the state policy. Option D, emergency provisions.
Option B, fundamental rights.
The answer is correct. Question number 12 for Team Liberty is, who ensures constitutionalism in India by enabling judicial review? Option A, the Parliament. Option B, the President. Option C, the Supreme Court. Or option D, Comptroller and Auditor General.
Option C, Supreme Court.
The answer is correct. Question number 13 for Team Democracy is, who appoints the chairman and the members of the State Public Service Commission, SPSC? Option A, the President of India. Option B, the Governor of the state. Option C, the Chief Minister of the state. Option D, the Chief Justice of High Court.
Option B, Governor of State.
The answer is correct. Question number 14 for Team Equality is, who has the authority to create a new All India service? Option A, the Parliament. Option B, the President. Option C, the Union Public Service Commission. Option D, the Prime Minister.
Option B, President.
The answer is incorrect. The question is now passed to the next team.
Option A, Parliament.
The answer is correct. Question number 15 for Team Fraternity is, what does the doctrine of basic structure imply? Option A, Parliament can amend any part of the Constitution. Option B, certain fundamental features of the Constitution cannot be amended. Option C, fundamental rights can be suspended at will. Option D, the President has absolute power over constitutional matters.
Option B.
The answer is correct. Question number 16 for Team Justice is, the doctrine of severability is related to which article of the Indian Constitution? Option A, Article 12. Option B, Article 13. Option C, Article 14. Option D, Article 19.
Option B, Article 13.
The answer is correct. Question number 17 for Team Liberty is, the doctrine of eclipse applies to laws that were, option A, valid when enacted but later became unconstitutional due to a fundamental right. Option B, permanently invalid. Option C, only applicable to the Union territories. Option D, enforced by the Supreme Court.
Option A.
The answer is correct. Question number 18 for Team Democracy is, Article 20 to 22 relate to the fundamental right to life and personal liberty. These rights are available to option A, citizens and non-citizens. Option B, natural person as well as artificial person. Option C, citizen only. Option D, all persons who have juristic personality.
Option C, citizen only.
The answer is incorrect. The question is now passed to the next team. Your time starts now.
Option A.
The answer is correct. Question number 19 for team equality is: the doctrine of stare decisis signifies option A, following precedents set by higher courts; option B, complete disregard for earlier judgments; option C, invalidity of constitutional provisions; option D, binding decisions of international courts.
Option A.
The answer is correct. Question number 20 for team fraternity is: which article is known as the heart and soul of the Indian Constitution according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? Option A, Article 19, option B, Article 21, option C, Article 32, and option D, Article 51A.
Option C, Article 32.
The answer is correct. Question number 21 for team justice is: the power to amend the constitution rests with option A, the parliament; option B, the president; option C, the Supreme Court; option D, the prime minister.
Option A, the parliament.
The answer is correct. Question number 22 for team liberty is: the procedure for the impeachment of the president is provided in option A, Article 61, option B, Article 63, option C, Article 64, option D, Article 66.
Option A, Article 61.
The answer is correct. Question number 23 for team democracy is: which part of the Indian Constitution deals with emergency provisions? Option A, Part 25, option B, Part 26, option C, Part 28, option D, Part 29.
Option C, Part 28.
The answer is correct. Question number 24 for team equality is: the right to property was removed from the list of fundamental rights by which amendment? Option A, 42nd Amendment, option B, 44th Amendment, option C, 45th Amendment, or option D, 50th Amendment.
Option B.
The answer is correct. Last question for team fraternity is: which article of the Indian Constitution provides for the establishment of the High Courts? Option A, Article 210, option B, Article 214, option C, Article 224, or option D, Article 226.
Option B, Article 214.
The answer is correct. Round 1 is over now. Our scoring team is now working on the results. Now I hand over the mic to Ms. Rashi and Ms. Tejaswini for club induction. Thank you.
Ashi, do you know about the new club?
What club are you talking about?
The School of Law is introducing a new club.
Really? Tell me more about it.
It's the Ingenious Club.
Oh, you mean the India's Geniuses Club?
Yes.
To acquaint you all with the club, we warmly welcome Advocate Tanvisha Pant, a highly esteemed and accomplished member of the Ingenious Club.
Ma'am has served as the former national co-convener of Ingenious and currently is serving as a national team member of Ingenious.
She is also managing the public policy internships in addition to overseeing the research projects.
To know more about the club, we would like to invite Advocate Tanvisha Pant for a formal induction session.
Hey. So namaskar everybody. Am I audible to everyone? So let's try this again. Namaskar everybody. So it is so great to see you all sitting here present today. As some of you might know, I am alumni of this. This is my alma mater, so it's a different feeling of proud seeing, speaking in front of my teachers, Kiran ma'am and Anjali ma'am. I used to sit in the last row as well, but somehow I've reached the stage. So that works out great. So anyway, starting with the Ingenious Club, because we have a time crunch right now. How many of you did attend the Y20 talks that took place in the university? Can I just get a raise of hands? The Y20 talks conducted under the G20 banner by Government of India last year. Okay. It's quite few. Okay. Never mind. How many of you are aware what G20 is? Guys, you all are law students and you are supposed to be speaking and participating in courts as well. Please speak up. How many of you are aware of what G20 is? Okay, anyone can volunteer, stand up and tell it, because many of you somehow do not know. Can you please stand up and tell us what G20 is? Okay, great. Thank you so much. May I get your name, please? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Ria. So G20 is basically a summit of 20 countries all together. The summit was hosted by India last year. So G20 had many different heads, one of which was Y20, which is the Youth Forum 20, and C20, which was the Civil 20. Okay, so where does Ingenious come into play in this? Ingenious comes into play that some of you might be aware we have a MOU with Modi University. Just like that MOU, we had a MOU with Y20 and C20. So we are currently also serving as the official partners, offering internships and fellowships in India under the banner of Ingenious through Government of India, Y20 and C20. Other than that, how does Ingenious work? So Ingenious basically one national organization which works on different platforms, the national level, the state level and the university level. So currently you guys will be introducing the university chapter. I myself belong to the national chapter as introduced by our fellows, and there is one more anonymous member of the national team amongst you. She will introduce herself to you later on. Okay, continuing. So Ingenious is basically an organization which is a group of India's top private universities. Now why are we trying to chain them all together? Because if some of you might know, India used to be called as the Vishwaguru. So why can we not now work towards creating India as the Vishwaguru again? And if we are trying, so why not connect the Indian private universities? Because the elite students in some manner or the other do join the private universities as well. It's not just the NLUs and the government law colleges, it's you guys as well. Some of you might have actually cleared CLAD and opted not to go to an LLU. You guys are as brilliant as any of them, maybe more. Many of you who might be sitting in front of me right now might be future judges, senior advocates or something. I myself am now a practicing advocate like. So likewise, Ingenious now strings together all of these universities, and we call them the Ivy League of India. So some of you might be aware what are the Ivy League universities. They are basically universities which are considered as the most elite universities to be admitted in the world. So in the Ivy League universities of India, we are connected to many universities like your university, VIT, and IGNOU is one of them, and likewise. So all the private universities come together, and we usually host some national workshops and conferences and this and that. Other than that, for your guys' benefits, which you might be interested in, we also provide internships and fellowships. Now, how do we provide them? We provide them under the banner of Ingenious, but they are not actually just Ingenious internships or fellowships. They are fellowships provided by government or private entities or entities abroad. And some of our seniors who have been placed abroad, they also provide us guidance. Like some of our seniors have received Commonwealth scholarships, some have received Chevening scholarships. So how many of you know about scholarships that are provided by universities abroad? Anybody interested in going for higher education abroad? Okay, guys, again, law students, you guys have to be very active and on your toes. Anybody interested in going for higher education or jobs abroad? Can I get a raise of hands? Anybody interested in higher education at all? Okay, so there's that. Very few of you. No, okay, raise of hands for a very simple question. Are we clear about what we are supposed to do after we graduate from Modi University, completing our undergrad? Can I get a raise of hands for that? So, other than higher education in India or anything, one or two examples, what are you guys planning to do? Other than LLM or something? Because none of you apparently raised your hands for LLM or any other course masters. Any one or two person. Just some fresh new ideas. Even I might get to find some new things. Okay, please don't make me call names. One or two people. Just last bench, can I just, any idea other than LLM or masters, what are you planning to pursue? Okay. Okay. So Queen's Mary University is the top of your list. Okay, so that's a very nice plan actually. So we were supposed to be hosting a session of Sir Subhendu Anand, and he himself has also pursued his masters in property law from Queen's Mary University, and he was actually a recipient of Chevening scholarship. So people like these who belong to our ingenious alma mater, so they might able be helping you out in the future if you guys are interested at all. Yes. Yes. Works. Okay, so other than that, all our internships and fellowships and everything, they are basically focused on CV building and personality building. So internships and fellowships, you guys might think they are just CV building, but they are not. They are also very grassroots level internships as well. We provide internships under the banner of Government of India, and there are others also like the Seva internships. Seva internships is basically public work. You go at the grassroots level, you find out what is going on a particular topic, you do your research, then you are a research scholar. Other than that, we also do fun activities like you guys, if ma'am approves, you guys can plan treks under the ingenious banner. They are basically group team building activities. So we do those, and basically by all of this, what we are trying to achieve is to provide some sense of unity and some sense of development inside the minds of Indian students who are studying in private universities also. Because today's conception is either in a private university you are abroad, or you are in a government college like IITs or NLU, be it whatsoever, then you are the cream of the society. But as you all might prove, everybody who says this wrong, it is not so. Because there are circumstances and there are choices. And being an advocate, it's just what you speak, what you present in front of the judge at that moment, that's what matters. It's not your degree, it's not from where you belong, from which city, from which village. It will never matter. It's just your presence of mind. And you get all of these abilities through hands-on experience. Now, this is what we provide. We provide you internships and everything to provide you a hands-on experience before you are actually in the world to face them alone. At present, I am working as an advocate, but I have completed all my internships, all of my practice for so long with engineers, outside of engineers. So now, once I entered myself, I was prepared for what's coming because I knew what my seniors were doing when they were giving me. I was already aware of it. So hands-on experience, especially being in the law field, is a very necessary aspect because unless and until you know how everything is working and how to adapt quickly to it, because the circumstances of the cases change in seconds. Many of you might have heard about hostile witnesses. What is a hostile witness? It's something that changes within a second. You were thinking he will say something, he won't. You have to learn to adapt to that. You will adapt to that if you have enough stability and enough experience that you can and you have a confidence. Now, me myself, I build my confidence through practice, and practice I get through working. And working I got through when I was here also. I pursued my internships regularly and outside during vacations or even after I graduated. So that is how we all work. Other than that, we are also starting to looking towards starting a research journal. So many of you might be interested in research. So we are looking towards getting a number, and we are starting a research journal also soon. Most probably we'll be getting a number soon. And then we'll start a research journal. So that will be a verified research published under your name, which nowadays is very important for your CV because ISSBN number is compulsory to be added to your CV now on. So during your college years itself, once the journal is started, we will send out calls, then you can send your call papers, and after the due scrutiny, we will be publishing your papers. And then you will get that in your CV as well. And a research paper as under many heads will be under your belt also, so that will enhance your CV as well. Now, coming towards the other aspects, we also have a website. You can look it up, Ingenious. So we are also looking towards starting online courses. Small courses, but certified courses. Now, how will that work? So, small certified courses, no matter how small, you will get the classes, then you will appear in your exams, then you will get a certificate. That will also be added to your CV. Like my specialization is criminal law. So once I'm pursuing my undergrad. Okay, so I do not have any current specialization. So if I do not, but I want to check whether I want to pursue a specific topic in my further studies or anything, or I just have an interest in studying a particular topic, I can just go there. If there is any topic available under my interest, I can just get that source and then I can take all of that study material, take those tests, and I will get certified for that particular course itself. Like, for example, I did it in criminal laws. So I will be certified. So that certificate is actually valid in your CV and counted as points. Because certified courses, as you might, many of you might know, Government of India is also offering now. So that is one word. So we are curating all of those topics and study materials with NLU and DU and so professors. It's not just law, it's other topics as well. Some of you might be in law but might also be interested in IT or website designing. You might be looking further to patent or something, then you can get, we will be introducing them soon, so you can just go there and find any topic that you want to get a certified course or done on, click that, you just have to study. Anyway, at the end of the day, in this profession or in any profession, you have to study throughout your life. So you will just have to study. You can get a certificate, and if that course helps you out even one bit, then you can think about pursuing it further. So that's one aspect. Other than that, we are just one big, happy, small, homely kind of group. We are connected from the national level to the university level. All of us will be connected to you privately if you wish to talk to us. Otherwise, we will not be bothering you at all. But in case you wish to connect with us and get to know us further more and get to know about the internships or the fellowships, or you want to organize something with us, obviously in the university with ma'am's permission, but you want to organize something and ma'am also allows, and you want to call certain speakers through us, or you want to get some certain venue through us, and you want to collaborate with certain other university through us, any university we have already an MOU with, you can do that. Okay. The main aspect of this is so that throughout the India, we can get a connectivity, and the students of private university of India, they do not feel like I am not aware of this aspect that so and so person is aware of because he was studying in a foreign university. I have to go to a foreign university so that I get placed in so and so place. I have to go to an NLU. I have to do, there's no haves. It's just you, your raw talent, and how much you are able to refine it and how much hard work you put in it. So the ground reality is, you guys are very fortunate, no matter what you might be thinking right now कि यहाँ पे बंद गए मोदी यूनिवर्सिटी में गेट्स के अंदर बंद हो गए रोज आके पकाते कंपलसरी अटेंडेंस के नाम पे बट ट्रस्ट मी अंजलि मैम एंड किरण मैम हैव सीन मी एंड दिस ऑल इज very very necessary and you guys are very fortunate to have them guys, but many people in different parts of our country as well, they're not fortunate enough to get this also. Like states deprived, I won't say deprived at least, but distant states that are inaccessible by us guys for some or the other reason, like my personal state Uttarakhand. Education is not that very developed there as of yet. For us, for education, we had to come out. We had to come to Rajasthan, we had to come to Madhya Pradesh, we had to come to South India to study. So connecting them, helping them out. Once you guys meet them in certain national conference or national summit or anything, you will connect to them. You'll get to know about those places, their problems. The way you study, they will get to know. They will go back to their places and ask their teachers, their seniors, that can we do so and so. Can we do? If you guys want to help them out, you can go to their places through our any reach. You can go there and you can work with them, or you can just, for example, you want to just, for LLM also, you want to go to, for example, UPSC, Dehradun. So, after this, if we have an MOU, we guys will just, you guys are already connected to them. You will already have existing friends over there. Foreign placements also, it works out the same way. Certain of our seniors are already working over there in university. In the this gone September, one of our seniors, she requested her professors, and I will not be naming which university and so, she requested her professors, sir, can we please open up certain opportunities for our Indian students as well. So those professors, they agreed, they came to India, they went to every university that the students applied from, and they went there and they took sessions and they promised us that as many students as they can, they will be placing them and they will be giving them as many fellowships as they can, because fellowships for us, for some reason or the other, for many of us are necessary, because Indian currency as of right now is very inferior to compared to the foreign currencies. So be it me not wanting to be a burden on my parents or guardian, or just not being able to afford it, fellowships are a necessary aspect of it. And even if not fellowships, they give us recommendations, and because in foreign university how it works is, for masters, the teachers, they select you. Your applications, your CV, your interviews, at the end of the day, it's the professor's decision who they want under them. That's the end of line. Once the professor selects two, whether the least qualified or the most qualified is their decision. So making a connect with them is what we provide to you. There's nothing that we are gaining from you guys except new friends, new juniors, new sisters. But this is all what we guys try to provide to you, and we'll be providing to you if you guys decide to connect with them. Rest, if anything, any doubts, my contact or anybody else from the national team or the state team or the university team will be provided to you. As I'm aware of, you guys will be declaring a university chapter also soon. So looking forward to meeting you guys in all the meetings, and thank you so much. That will be all.
Thank you, ma'am. We request you to kindly stay on stage and would like to invite Professor Dr. Anjali Sharma to present a token of gratitude. Buckle up your seats as Ashmita and Parinita to commence with the second round of the quiz.
The qualifying teams for second round are Team Justice,
Team Fraternity,
Team Liberty.
Let us introduce you to the rules of the second round.
But before that, we request the quizmaster and participants to please take their seats. Round 2 is the rapid fire round. This round will consist of 24 questions distributed as follows: 6 pictorial questions, 12 direct questions without options, 6 multiple choice questions.
For every correct answer, 4 marks will be awarded, and for an incorrect answer, 1 mark will be deducted.
Each team will designate one member to operate the buzzer. If any other team member presses the buzzer, 2 marks will be deducted. Teams must wait for the quizmaster's instructions before answering. If a team answers prematurely, 2 marks will be deducted. If a team presses the buzzer but another team provides the answer, the answering team will lose 2 marks.
Teams must press the buzzer within 30 seconds of the question being asked. The team that presses the buzzer first must answer immediately. This round will not have any provision for passing questions or awarding bonus marks. The winners will be decided on the basis of their marks in all the rounds collectively.
These are the set of rules for the audience. The audience is humbly requested to maintain the integrity of the competition. No form of heckling or answer prompting will be entertained.
In case the audience prompts any answer, a fresh question will be put forth for the respective team. Volunteers are instructed to take note of any student causing such restrictions, and such strict disciplinary action shall be taken against the same. We now hand over the mic to the quizmaster.
Now we'll begin with round 2. Since this round is a rapid fire round, the team who presses the buzzer first will be given the opportunity to answer the question. So wait for the announcement of the name of the team and then answer carefully. First 6 objective questions will not be shown on the screen, so listen very carefully for the options. Question number 1. Directive principles of the state policy.
एक बार इसमें ऑप्शंस होंगे
Objective. Question number 1. Directive principles of the state policy aim to establish which type of society? Option A, secular society. Option B, capitalist society. Option C, welfare society. Option D, socialist society. Team Liberty.
Welfare Society.
The answer is correct. Question number 2. What is the basis of representation in the Rajya Sabha? Option A, population. Option B, geography. Option C, equality of states. Option D, area of the state. Team Fraternity.
Population.
The answer is correct. Question number 3. Which is the year of first amendment to the Indian Constitution? Option A, 1951. Option B, 1952. Option C, 1953. Option D, 1954. Team Justice. Team Justice.
मैम वीडियोग्राफी हो रही है कैन वी सी प्लीज ऑप्शन ए 1951
The answer is correct. The teams are requested to answer promptly. Question number 4. What is the minimum number of judges required to form a constitutional bench in the Supreme Court? Option A, 3. Option B, 5. Option C, 7. Option D, 9. Team Justice.
3
Option. Wrong answer. Question number 5. What does the term constitutionalism primarily refer to? Option A, absolute rule by the government. Option B, governance limited by law and a constitution. Option C, rule of law without government involvement. Option D, power concentrated in one authority. Team Fraternity.
Option B.
The answer is correct. Question number 6. What is the term of service for a person under the pleasure of the President as mentioned in Article 310? Option A, at the will of the Parliament. Option B, at the discretion of the judiciary. Option C, during the pleasure of the President or Governor. Option D, for a fixed term of 5 years.
Option C.
The answer is correct. You are required to answer only after your name is announced. Now we'll begin with the rapid fire questions, which are without options. Question number 7. What were the words added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976? Liberty.
Liberty, socialist secularism. Integrity.
Socialist, secular, integrity.
The answer is correct. Question number 8. The preamble of the Indian Constitution mentions how many ideals? Fraternity.
3.
Wrong answer. Question number 9. Which article of the Constitution guarantees the equal protection of laws? Team Justice.
Article 14.
Correct. Question number 10. Who is referred to as the guardian of the Indian Constitution? Team Liberty.
Judiciary, Supreme Court.
Correct answer. You are required to answer only after the name of the team is announced. Question number 11. Which part of the Indian Constitution lists the fundamental duties? Team Justice.
Part 4A.
The answer is correct. Question number 12. How many fundamental duties are enshrined in the Constitution? Question 12 has been dropped. Question number 13. What is the retirement age of a Supreme Court judge? Team Liberty.
65 years of age.
The answer is correct. Question number 14. Who administers the oath of office to the President of India? Team Justice.
CJI.
The answer is correct. Question number 15. What is referred to as the mini constitution? Fraternity.
42nd Amendment.
The answer is correct. Question number 16. How many types of emergencies are mentioned in the Indian Constitution? Team Justice.
3.
आपने अभी इधर किया था आपने फर्स्ट टाइम इधर किया था
3.
The answer is correct. Question number 17. The President's rule under Article 356 is imposed in a state due to failure of which government? Team Liberty.
स्टेट गवर्नमेंट
Machinery under state government.
The answer is correct. Question number 18. Which body is responsible for conducting examinations for recruitment to all India services? participants are required to please maintain the decorum of the competition. You are required to answer only after the question is complete. Question number 18 has been dropped. Two new questions have been introduced in place of question number 12 and 18. In place of question number 12, what is the minimum age to become a member in the Council of a State? Team Justice.
25.
The answer is wrong. The next question in place of question number 18 is, the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to whom? Team Justice.
Lok Sabha.
The answer is also wrong and you have to answer promptly. Now the question will consist of 6 pictures and you have to identify.
जैसे ही आएगा पिक्चर हमारा तो उसी टाइम बजर करना है या फिर कुछ होगा इंस्ट्रक्शन उसके लिए नहीं होगा ना
मतलब पिक्चर से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन नहीं है ना कोई भी पिक्चर से रिलेटेड
Team Liberty.
कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली
The answer is correct. Second, what is the full name of this personality? Team Justice.
D.Y. Chandrachud.
The answer is wrong. Picture number 3, identify the personality. Team Liberty.
डॉक्टर B.R. अम्बेडकर
The answer is correct. Picture 4, identify this image.
Preamble.
And the team name was not announced. This question is dropped. Next photograph, identify the location. Team Liberty.
राजस्थान विधानसभा
The answer is wrong. Next photograph, identify the personality. Team Justice.
Miss Fatima Bibi.
The answer is correct. Round 2 ends here. The score team is working on the results and now the mic is handed over to the anchors. Thank you.
What an amazing competition! I hope our audience has been impressed by the depth of knowledge displayed today.
Thank you, participants, for making this quiz a success.
Your intellectual curiosity and teamwork are truly inspiring. Congratulations to all. We appreciate for your love for learning and healthy competition.
We now hand over the mic to Ms. Manaswini and Ms. Harsha to take forward the celebration. Thank you.
Alright, folks, it's time to make this celebration more exciting with our question round for the audience, where your knowledge could win you some amazing gifts. So it's time to tickle your brains and grab your rewards.
So, the first question is, which of the following provisions of the Indian Constitution is derived from the British Constitution? And, you know the answer? Please. No, no. And the options are fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy, parliamentary system of government, and judicial review. Please raise your hands, please.
As we have some rewards, so please raise your hands.
Teams are not supposed to give answers, only the audience. Raksha. Correct answer. Please give a huge round of applause.
The next question we have is, which member of the Constituent Assembly argued for the inclusion of fundamental duties in the Constitution but was not successful during the initial drafting? The options are A. K.M. Munshi, B. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, C. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, D. Jawaharlal Nehru. The correct answer.
Okay, the next question is, the equal protection of the laws provision in Indian Constitution is inspired by which country? Please. Correct answer.
The next question we have is, who was the principal calligrapher of the Hindi version of the Indian Constitution? The first option is B. N. Rao, second Vasant Krishnan Vede, C. K. M. Munshi, D. Dr. B. R. Ambedkar. First of all, please raise your hands. Siddhi, please answer. Okay. The correct answer.
Okay, the next question is, who was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly? And the options are K. M. Munshi, Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and Jawaharlal Nehru. Riya Didi. Wrong answer. Khurshidi. Wrong answer. You are on the team now. You are not supposed to give answer. Correct answer. Please give her the chocolate. She gave the right answer.
The next question is, the concept of directive principles of state policy was inspired by the Constitution of A. USA, B. Canada, C. Ireland, D. South Africa. Please Anu the answer. Correct answer.
Okay, the next question. The Mandal Commission was constituted during the tenure of which among the following prime ministers? And the options are Indira Gandhi, Morarji Desai, Rajiv Gandhi, and VP Singh. Okay, the correct answer. Please give a huge round of applause.
The next question we have is who has the power to decide the basic structure of the constitution? The options are A. Parliament, B. President, C. Supreme Court, D. Prime Minister. Kathy, please answer the question. The correct answer.
Okay, next question we have. Which eminent jurist from another country was consulted to review the draft of the Indian Constitution? Anyone know the answer? Shall I give the options? Okay. Lord Mountbatten, Geoffrey Fisher, Sir Ivor Jennings, and Winston Churchill. Please. Correct answer. Please give the chocolate to her.
The next question we have is the Indian Constitution allows the President to proclaim a financial emergency under A. Article 352, B. Article 356, C. Article 360, D. Article 365. Khushi, please answer the question. The correct answer.
Next question. Who proposed the idea of a constituent assembly for India in 1934, which was later supported by the Indian National Congress? And the options are Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, M.N. Roy, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Shweta Di. Shweta Di. Correct answer.
The next question we have is the ninth schedule of the Constitution of India was introduced by which amendment? Option A, First Amendment, B, Ninth Amendment, C, 24th Amendment, D, 42 Amendment. Sargamdi, please answer the question. The correct answer.
Next question. Who decides disputes relating with the allotment of symbols to political parties? And the options are Representation Act 1952, Representation Act 1953, Representation of the People Act 1951, and Election Commission. Okay, arey ho gaya. Give her the chocolate. Give her. May I know your name, please? Ishita, please. Ishika.
The next question we have is the Finance Commission in India are set up from time to time for A, to lay down financial policies of union government, B, to evolve a satisfactory tax structure for economic development of the country, C, to promote foreign trade.
You are not supposed to fumble and give wrong answers. B, A, C, D. Give the proper answer, please.
Navyadi said the correct answer.
Write it for both of you. Okay?
That's all? That's all?
ये लो और क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं तो और टीम में आई गई है वैसे पूछ लो एक क्वेश्चन जितने आते हैं वो पूछ लेंगे अभी
Okay. The concept of judicial review in India is borrowed from the constitution of option A, United Kingdom, B, USA, C, Ireland, D, Canada. Please raise your hand. Gauri, answer the question. Correct. That's all for the question answer round. Thank you for your engagement.
कोशिश कर, हल निकलेगा। आज नहीं तो कल निकलेगा। ताकत जुटा, हिम्मत को आग दे, फौलाद का भी बल निकलेगा। कोशिशें जारी रख, कुछ कर गुजरने की। जो कुछ थमा थमा है, चल निकलेगा। कोशिश कर, हल निकलेगा। आज नहीं तो कल निकलेगा। With these inspiring thoughts by poet Shri Dushyant Kumar, Namaskar everyone. I Manaswini Shekhawat
and I Harsha Sharma are here for the most awaited moment of the celebration, and that is the prize distribution ceremony. I know you all are keenly waiting for this moment. With no further ado, let's begin.
We would like to invite our esteemed dignitary. Ma'am, please come on the stage. I request Dean School of Law, Professor Dr. Komal Oditche, to please join us on the stage and reward the remarkable achievements of the participants and the winners. Give a huge round of applause, guys.
Thank you, ma'am. Your presence here adds immense value to the celebration. Let's begin the ceremony with felicitating the moot court winners.
And the best memorial award goes to Team 6. Miss Paridhi James, Miss Lakshmi Gupta, Miss Purva Sharma. Congratulations to the team. Give them a huge round of applause.
Next category we have is the best speaker, and the runner-up position goes to Miss Paridhi James, and the first position goes to Miss Navya Sharma. Congratulations to the brilliant speakers.
Next, we have the winning teams of the Moot Court competition, and the second runner-up position is secured by Team 5. Miss Aishwarya, Miss Kanchan Rathor, Miss Aisha Hassan.
runner-up team, and it goes to Team Third, Miss Navya Sharma, Miss Palak Ladha, and Miss Havisha Yadav.
Give them a huge round of applause, everyone.
I bet you never tell them how it feels, how it feels. How it feels.
The first position is secured by Team 6, Miss Paridhi James, Miss Lakshmi Gupta, Miss Purva Sharma.
Tell them how it feels, how it feels. Cover it up, you like to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell them how it feels, how it feels.
Congratulations to all the three teams for their remarkable victory.
Now, it's time to felicitate the moot court competition participants. First, we have Miss Ria Rathi. Moving on to the next segment of the ceremony, let's start with the poster making competition. So our first award for the runner-up of the competition goes to Miss Anu Saharan, third year. Congratulations.
The winner of the poster making competition is Ayushi Chaudhary from second year. Congratulations to both of you.
In the next category, we have an essay writing competition. And the runner-up of the competition, Miss Isha Singla, 5th year.
The winner of the essay writing competition is Miss Lakshmi Gupta of 5th year.
And now, the most awaited moment is here, as we announce the winners of the quiz competition. Are you guys excited? So first of all, the runner-up team is, any guesses? Team Justice. Congratulations to the team for their victory.
And the winner of the quiz competition is... The winner is Team Liberty. Congratulations to the team for their hard work.
Now it's time to praise the involvement of the participants who have applied their creativity in the poster making competition.
May I please request Miss Paridhi James, Miss Tamanna Pasi and Miss Garima to please come upon the stage. Next, please line up Miss Aishwarya, Miss Kritika Kalavatia, Miss Palak Shivran, Miss Prachi Soni and Miss Shivika Bijarnia. Next, please line up Tisha Badwani, Miss Kalpana, Miss Sneha Rani, Miss Shrija Shankari, Miss Tamanna Yadav, Miss Payal Kushwaha, Miss Nisha Saini and Miss Siddhi Sharma. Next, please line up Miss Riya, Miss Komal Nemiwal, Miss Parnavi Gupta, Miss Garima, Miss Tanishka Gaur, Miss Mimansha and Miss Mistaksha.
Don't be afraid. Give me your love, baby, give me your hand now, yeah. I just want to talk with you, kiss on me back, and nothing new, please don't be shy. I know that you feel like me too, don't be afraid. Give me your love, baby, give me your hand now, yeah. I just want to talk with you anywhere. I feel like I'm not away. I wish you could take me away, but now that we're having a day. Give me love, give me up, give me all you can. I feel
I request Miss Anu Saharan from 3rd year and Miss Ayushi Chaudhary to please come on the stage to receive their prize. Ayushi Chaudhary, please come up on the stage. Thank you, ma'am. I request you to kindly take your seat.
Congratulations to all the winners and the participants for their extremely amazing and inspirational performance.
And a heartfelt gratitude to our audience for being such an enthusiastic and supportive crowd.
I would like to quote some lines by poet Kavita Sharma ji. कथानक व्याकरण समझें तो सुरभित छंद हो जाएं, हमारे देश में फिर से सुखद मकरंद हो जाएं। मेरे ईश्वर मेरे दाता ये हम सब मांगते तुझसे, युवा पीढ़ी संभल करके विवेकानंद हो जाए, युवा पीढ़ी संभल करके विवेकानंद हो जाए।
And with this, we would like to end our prize distribution ceremony. Let us hand over the mic to Ms. Tejaswini and Ms. Rashi. Thank you.
Constitutional morality is not a natural sentiment. It has to be cultivated. We must realize that our people have yet to learn it. May our Constitution remain the beacon of hope, justice, and equality. Thank you all for making this Constitution Day celebration a success.
We sincerely thank our Madam Dean, School of Law, Professor Dr. Komal Aditya, the committee faculty members, volunteers, and the participants who contributed to this celebration.
Now we would like to invite Dr. Prashant Bhadu for proposing the formal vote of thanks. Stay.
Most respected Honorable Justice J.K. Raka, former Judge, Rajasthan High Court, Honorable Chairman of the Must Management Council, Professor Dr. Jitendra Binwal, esteemed Dean of the School of Law, Professor Dr. Komal Aditya, learned faculty members, administrative staff, and beloved students, as we come to the conclusion of this momentous celebration of Constitution Day, it is both an honor and privilege to stand before you today to deliver the formal vote of thanks and extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this celebration possible. I, Dr. Prashant Bhadu, Head of the Department and Assistant Professor, first and foremost would like to express my profound appreciation to the founder of our university, late Shri R.P. Modi ji, whose visionary leadership laid the foundation for this prestigious university. We are also grateful to Shri Raghavendra Modi ji for continuing this legacy and his leadership as the current chairman of the Modi University. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, the former judge of the Rajasthan High Court, Honorable Justice J.K. Raka ji. Your presence today has greatly enriched this occasion, and your insights on the Constitution have inspired us all. Thank you for taking the time to share your wisdom and experience with us. We are truly grateful. I would also like to extend our sincere appreciation to Professor Dr. Jitendra Binwal, our chairman, for your unwavering support and guidance. Your commitment to upholding the values of our institution is truly commendable, and we are grateful for your leadership and vision. A special thank you to our Dean, Professor Dr. Komal Aditya, for your encouraging words and for fostering an environment that promotes academic excellence and civic responsibility. Your dedication to the School of Law is evident in everything you do. I would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the Cultural Committee, the organizing committee, led by our esteemed faculty members, Dr. Anjali, Dr. Rashmi, and Ms. Meha. Your meticulous planning and organization have made this event a resounding success. Thank you for your tireless efforts. I would also like to extend my thanks to the faculty members who have actively contributed in the successful completion of this event. I would also like to recognize the students who worked diligently behind the scenes. Your enthusiasm and commitment have not gone unnoticed. And it is your passion that brings life to our events. Thank you for your invaluable contributions. Last but not the least, a big thanks to our beloved students of the School of Law for actively participating in today's celebration and for being a great audience. Also, thanks to the auditorium team for providing the flawless technical assistance and support. In conclusion, I would like to leave you with the words of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who aptly said, Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age. Today we have embodied that spirit. Thank you all once again for being a part of this celebration. I wish you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we request you to rise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request everyone to proceed towards the dining hall for lunch. Thank you.